Good morning, everyone, and welcome to a great day on the Heights. This is Moyne College and an introductory press conference of our brand new women's basketball coach, Nick DiPillo. To get things started, allow me the privilege of introducing you to the first female layperson president of a Jesuit institution in higher education of the entire world, and that is the 14th president of Moyne College, Linda Lemura.
Thank you. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for being here. This is a thrilling moment for me and for the college. As many of you who know me, you know that these hires are particularly special. They're all important. I have to be agnostic on these, but it's tough when it comes to women's basketball. As a former hoopster myself, it really is an honor to have you here, and we're thrilled with the great work of the committee who selected you, Nick, and also, of course, our athletic director, Bob, who's done an extraordinary job here at Moyne College, hiring wonderful new coaches as these positions become available. Now that we're D1, it feels like we have to up our game, and you're just another example of that in action, Nick. One of the many reasons I'm so excited about Nick joining the Moyne community is that he understands Jesuit education. Not that we're not always concerned that someone comes in without that information, but you already have it. It's in your DNA, and we love that about you. As a former coach at the University of Scranton that kind of borrowed the Moyne way, I use that term affectionately, of course, he understands the integrative nature of Jesuit education. It's not just about basketball, but it's first excellence in the classroom, spirituality, education of the whole person, all those axioms that mean so much to us. And they're more than axioms, it's how we try to comport ourselves every single day. You have here one of our fantastic faculty members, Mary Zampini, who worked closely with former Coach Grimes, did an extraordinary job. The legend himself, our psychology professor. Oh, he comes next. Thank you for all you have done. And Father Nash, thank you for working with our athletics programs, for always being present with our students. We're always grateful for you and your leadership. So I wish you all the best. You will know when I'm in the arena. I promise you that. You'll hear me. And best wishes in the days ahead. Let's do this together. And I have to end this way. Fins up. Bless you.
Thank you, Linda. Let's try to keep this microphone. Next up at the podium is the distinguished and fantastic to work for, if I do say so myself, Director of Athletics here at Moyne College, Bob Beretta.
Thank you, Tim. So good morning. I'd like to thank everyone for joining us for a significant day in the history of Moyne College. First of all, I'd like to thank our 14th president of the institution, Dr. Linda Lemura, for her support and involvement throughout the search process. None of this would be possible without Dr. Lemura's steady guidance and strong leadership. Thank you, President. I'd also like to publicly thank our search committee and our members, most of whom are here with us today. Our athletic department faculty athletic representative, Dr. Sean Ward, our women's basketball faculty athletic affiliate, Mary Zampini, Deputy Athletic Director, Tim Fenton, Senior Associate Athletic Director, Steve Evans, Associate Athletic Director and Senior Woman Administrator, Alexis Watson, and Assistant Athletic Director, Liza Hilligus. Their efforts and diligence throughout the process was extraordinary. We charged our committee to expedite the search given the time challenges that we faced. But it was most important that we found the right candidate. We believe strongly that we found the perfect fit in Nick DiPillo, a leader that will remain laser focused to build on the recent success experienced by the Moyne women's basketball program. Once again, many thanks to our committee for a job well done. When I think of Nick DiPillo, the word winner jumps to mind. Nick has experienced great success every place that he's been. First as a player at FDU, an assistant coach with the New York Liberty, and stops at the Division I collegiate level at Seton Hall, Bowling Green, and at Pitt. Certainly as the head coach at the University of Scranton, where his teams dominated, winning 58 of 64 games and making 2 NCAA tournament appearances over his 3-year tenure. Nick's teams simply win, and they win big. Counting his days as a player and a coach, Nick has been part of teams that have made 8 trips to postseason play. We are excited for Nick to bring that championship pedigree and mindset to the Heights and continue to grow that number to double digits real quick. No pressure, Coach. As we set out to find the next head coach, it was important that we identified a candidate who knows what it takes to build a championship program, a person of impeccable character that understands the Moyne community and embraces the Jesuit values that guide our campus culture. We were looking for an individual that could set high standards and hold members of the program accountable to those standards. Most importantly, we searched for a head coach who would support the mission and core values of Moyne College and the Department of Athletics. Someone who would guide, encourage, and support our student athletes in their pursuit of comprehensive excellence. Someone who espouses the Moyne way. We found all of that in Nick DiPillo. Someone who will build upon the championship culture so firmly established within the Moyne women's basketball program. Nick, welcome to you, Kelsey, Madeline, and Frankie, and of course, the soon-to-be newest member of the DiPillo family. Welcome to our Finn family. We are so excited to have you here with us on the Heights. At this time, it's my pleasure to introduce the 7th head coach in the history of the Moyne women's basketball program, Mr. Nick DiPillo.
It'd be a tough one to follow. First off, I'd just like to thank everyone who was able to be here today for welcoming my family and I to the Moyne community. For my first conversation with Bob and subsequent conversations with the search committee, and then during my time on campus, I knew that this was not only a special place, but a community that my family and I would be extremely excited to join and immerse ourselves in. When Bob called me with the good news and the official offer, I could not have been more honored to accept the challenge to help lead our women's basketball program to new heights. We will do everything in our power to make sure we build on the tradition of excellence that past and current student athletes all played a part in, while upholding the Moyne mission to provide a transformational student-athlete experience for our young women built on Jesuit values. You guys have already set the foundation for that. I'd like to thank our president, athletic director, and the entire search committee for your time, for being so gracious through this process, for believing in my vision, and allowing my family and I the opportunity to be a part of something so special. I'm a firm believer that people make the place, and I'm excited to work alongside some of the very best. I've been shaped by coaches I've worked with, administrators I've worked for, and many others as well. Bruce Hamburger, Patty Coyle, Tony Bozzella, Dave Martin, who gave me my first job down the road at the university, first head coaching job down the road at the University of Scranton, Terry Mitchell from Pitt, Fred Shamil at Bowling Green. Fred, most recently, I've known Fred for almost 20 years, and the opportunity to work and help build a program in his image this year at BG was something that I'll always take with me. Matt Davidson, who I don't believe is here today, but is not a stranger to most of you guys. Not many people outside of coaching have impacted my vision and belief system the way he has. And Brian Stanchek, your ability to help me navigate this profession is something I'll always be thankful for. Try to hold together for this part. My family, my mom, Andrew, Gina, my in-laws, Rob, Janine and Katie, my daughter, Maddie, who's missed a lot of school with Disney World and other stuff, so she couldn't be here today. My son, Frankie, and the new addition to be named later, although we actually do have a name for her. And of course, the rock of my life and the rock of our family, my wife, Kelsey. So much of the good that's in me comes from you. Your ability to sacrifice and your willingness to sacrifice for our family as we've moved and grown through this crazy profession is something to always be grateful for. And the grace which you do it in is absolutely inspirational. So I thank you and I love you for that. We will play at an extremely fast tempo. We will employ a style of play that fans and potential student athletes will be excited to be a part of. We will play unselfishly and we will play with discipline. And although I'm incredibly excited to get on the court with our team, I'm even more excited to pour myself into them in every other aspect of their lives. I'm a firm believer that it's my job to raise the standard every day and use basketball to teach life lessons to our players. I've done my job if our student athletes walk out of here to be passionate, driven young women who are ready to attack the real world. We will attack every day with pace, and that's a word that I'll use often around our program, and it signifies and stands for what this program will represent: passion, appreciation, competitiveness, and excellence, all of which will be displayed in everything we do on the court, in the classroom, and in our community. I'm more than excited to get started with the relationship building, getting in the gym with our players, hitting the road recruiting to promote our program and the Lemoyne community. Thank you again for being here today. I can't wait to see you all in the stands supporting our amazing student athletes this winter. Go Dolphins.
Can I give you a hug? I'm so happy to do it. Let's have some fun, okay?
Let's do it.
I think I'm going to bottle that and use that for my family. What a tribute to the family. That was amazing. We are going to open up the conference for questions. We have a microphone here that we will get into the audience. Just raise your hand and we'll try to figure out a way to get that out there. And we will turn this one on here for Coach, the red button. Oh, we're on. So if anybody has any questions, go right ahead, Don.
Welcome, Nick.
Thank you.
At what point in this whole process did it hit you that this was the right place for you?
I think it was when I first stepped on campus, I felt the energy, the sense of community that I've always been attracted to in any position that I've always evaluated. But as the day went on and I really had an opportunity to meet the people, that's what sold me. And I mentioned before, I do believe people make the place, and the people here, in my opinion, are second to none. It's an easy place to sell, it's an easy place to fall in love with, and I can see why the tradition of winning and excellence has been established, and I'm just ready to do my part to uphold it and continue it.
Do you see similarities between Scranton's position, where they were in the Landmark Conference, and where Lemoyne is in the Northeast Conference?
Sure. I think, at Scranton, I think we had the best product to sell and to pitch to recruits, and I feel the same way here. I'm excited to share the good news about the Lemoyne community and get out and bring the best and the brightest and the highest character student athletes on campus to support our already strong foundation and help lead us to our first Northeast Conference championship.
Hi, welcome, Nick.
Thank you.
I just have a question for you. For those who don't know you, describe yourself as a coach, if you would. What type of a coach are we expected to see?
I'm a teacher at my heart. So I love just being in the gym and working with our players, whether it's individually or as a team. I have very high standards. I think the game should be played a certain way. And I think if there's one way I can describe it, it's going to be I'm going to coach hard, but I'm going to love harder. I want our players to get to know me, get to know my family, and I want to get to know theirs as well. So when I am demanding and trying to get the most out of them and trying to constantly raise the bar, they know it comes from a place of love. And I think that's really important as we go through this process.
When you were at Seton Hall, you didn't get a chance to play FDU, right?
We did not.
Looking forward to going back there?
Definitely. I'm looking forward to going get a win down there.
We can also have questions, gentlemen, for Dr. Lemura and Bob Redd as well.
I have a question for Bob to kind of end this, and that is, Bob, at what point did you know that Nick was the right person for the job?
Well, we were blessed with a very talented candidate pool. I think our search committee members would tell you that. And we had some pretty candid conversations and discussions throughout. But Nick stood out throughout the process. Certainly his experience at Scranton, his familiarity with the Jesuit values that we espouse here at the Moyne Way, all those things. And when we looked at things holistically, it was pretty clear and evident that Nick had separated himself from the pack. I think the day that he came here on campus, we all, at least I will speak for myself, had a feeling like he could be the CEO of this program. We looked at him pretty quickly and said, all right, he is someone who could lead, and not just lead on the court, but lead off the court, and develop our young ladies to be tremendous leaders when they depart Moyne in all sectors of society. And Nick talked about that, right? That's so important to us that we not only develop basketball players, that's not our primary mission by any sort. Our primary mission is to develop great young people to go out and lead and make an impact on society. And Moyne College prepares all of our students for that. And we like to think that our athletic program plays a strong role in that as well. And we looked at Nick and said, that's someone who could carry those character traits forward and make a real impact on not only our basketball program, but on the young people that are coming through that program.
Anything else? Well, we will take some photos with the Dr. Lemura, Bob Beretta, and of course, our brand new coach. Let's give him another warm round of applause for Nick DiPillo, ladies and gentlemen.
Congratulations. Thank you very much.
And we'll take the first one. You'll be in the middle. Okay. Hold that. We'll both hold it together.
What number is it? 24, say.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 7th women's basketball coach in school history, Nick DiPillo. That concludes our press conference. We have a meet and greet and refreshments over here, so we hope that you will join us for that. And for those of you leaving us on NEC Front Row, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you.